Alrighty, so episode 3 of Cooking with Chance. Welcome back. So today we're going to be making chocolate pretzel shortbread with chocolate caramel. Yeah. So first I'm going to be making the dough tonight, and then it's going to have to sit in the fridge for overnight. So yeah, let's get started. So these are the ingredients. Yeah. Alrighty, so first we're going to take these thingies, these pretzel nuggets, and we're going to put them into a food processor and put them until they are like breadcrumbs. So we're going to put 2 cups of the sourdough nuggets into the food processor. Dude, this isn't food. That's 2 cups. Jeez.
So, is that right?
Yeah. Turn it off before you plug it in. Or plug it in before you turn it on. Yeah. So once you put that in the food processor and they look like breadcrumbs, you're gonna pulse in 2 cups of flour. Now you're gonna pulse in 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. So I had to split this up because my food processor isn't that big, but I'm gonna continue to do this and then mix it or combine it all later. But now we are gonna add the 2 salts. So we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of flaky sea salt and 1 teaspoon of salt. So I'm adding all of this mixture into a container and saving it for later. I just have to make sure it's well mixed. There's cocoa powder everywhere. Alright, so now I'm going to mix 1.5 plus 2 tablespoons of butter in the mixer on medium speed for 5 to 10 seconds. Now we're going to add in 1 1/4 cup of confectionery sugar, sifted, so make sure it's sifted. Now we're going to mix on low speed to incorporate it. While that's going, we're going to put 2 eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract into a little bowl. So you're basically going to mix it until it looks like frosting, so it's going to be airy and stuff. And you're going to scrape down the sides to bring it all together. Now we're going to add the vanilla and eggs mix, 1 egg yolk at a time until it's completely mixed. And once that's all mixed up, it should look something like cottage cheese. Like that. And now we are just going to gradually add the mixture from earlier. It is currently 10:05 p.m. Okay, now once it's still shaggy, you are going to scrape down the sides and then bring it together by hand. Should look something like this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to lay out 2 sheets of plastic wrap. And you're going to divide the dough in half. and you're gonna pat it down into rectangles. And then you're gonna wrap it tightly. Now you're gonna put these in the fridge overnight. Alrighty, so it's the next day, and I have taken out the dough rectangles, and they have to sit out for 15 to 20 minutes till they are still cool to the touch, but mostly at room temp. Okay, so now I'm going to take some parchment paper and line a half sheet like this. And I'm going to dust it lightly with flour. And we're going to place one of the dough halves on here. Okay, so now we are going to roll this into about 11 by 13 inches and about a 1/4 inch thick. Once you've repeated it with both doughs, then you are going to stack them on top of each other like this and set another piece of parchment paper on top. Just like that. Now you're gonna let them chill in the fridge for about 30 minutes. So now we are going to take a fork and pierce the dough multiple times with a fork. Now you're going to take a square or preferably rectangular cutter, and you're going to cut it. And you're going to place the cut cookies onto a sheet with some parchment paper on it, evenly spaced, so you should be able to fit somewhere around 16. So once you have filled up one pan, you are going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes with the oven on 350 degrees, and after 10 minutes you're going to rotate it and then cook it and bake it for another 3 to 5 minutes. With the scraps you can roll it back out, chill it, and then make more cookies. So now we're going to take 1 cup of butter and melt it on low heat until the milk fragments sink to the bottom and turn golden brown. Stop making fun of me. I can't talk. By the way, this butter is for the frosting. And then once the butter is browned, you are going to set it in the fridge, stirring it occasionally until it becomes solid, like shortening. So it's going to be about 30 minutes. So once you take out your butter from the fridge, you're going to put it into the bowl of a stand mixer and just mix it up and to kind of like break up everything. Now we're going to add 1 cup of sifted confectionery sugar. And you're going to mix that until combined. After it's combined, you're going to cream it until it's aerated on high for about 4 minutes. So I'm going to do a double boiler and melt 8 ounces of chocolate. So once your chocolate is melted and cooled, you're going to add it into the stand mixer. Okay, so you're also going to add 1.5 tablespoons of whiskey, but I'm replacing that with vanilla extract. So you would do whiskey and vanilla, but I'm just going to replace it. So I'm going to do 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla extract plus 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt flakes and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And you're going to add 1/3 cup of caramel sauce. Take your frosting and place it into a piping bag. So I have all of these sandwiched up with the frosting between, and I have a double boiler of 6 ounces of milk chocolate plus 2 ounces of semi-sweet. We're going to melt that and dip the sandwich cookies into the chocolate and then put a pretzel on it while it's still melted and then let it solidify, and then it will be done.
That's delicious.
Good for you, Chance. Good job.
Messy.
4.5 hours later. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Cooking with Chance, and I will see you next time.